Hello, my viewers. How are you? Hope all is well. Happy day. This is the day that the Lord has made. We must rejoice and be glad in it. Um, this is my live show talk on hypertension. The last one I did was on diabetes, and I promised that I will do the next video on hypertension. And this is me fulfilling my promise. It's Auntie Abidoc, and I'm speaking on hypertension today. Hope all is fine. Before I start the talk, I would like to explain what this show is all about and how it works. This is a show that educates, entertains, and empowers about different types of diseases, their causes, the signs and symptoms, and how we can cure and maintain them. So, if that is what the show is all about, the first thing we're going to do is to define hypertension. Then, what is hypertension? Hypertension is the medical term for high blood pressure. So, both terms mean the same. So, both hypertension and high blood pressure, they both mean the same. It's just that the medical term for high blood pressure is hypertension. And then hypertension is defined as having a blood pressure reading of more than 140 all over 90 over a number of weeks. I will repeat that. Hypertension is defined as having a blood pressure reading of more than 140 over 90 over a number of weeks. When we take blood pressure, the machine has to it comes up the upper one and the bottom one. The top one is the systolic, and the other one, the down one, is the diastolic. So for people that have hypertension, this higher pressure puts extra strain on the heart and the blood vessels. And over time, this extra strain increases the risk of that person having heart attack or stroke. So hypertension can also cause heart and kidney diseases. And hypertension is closely linked to some form of dementia. So basically, and most of the time, when people have hypertension, it can be linked to them having dementia as well. All right, if that is the definition of hypertension and stuff, so what causes hypertension then? That's what we should be looking into. What causes it? All right, for most people, there may be no single cause for their hypertension. But we do not know exactly what causes hypertension, but what we do know is that our lifestyle can affect our risk of developing hypertension. It can do. That's why it's very important for us to make a healthy lifestyle, because that will help us a long way to make us healthy. All right. So then, what are the risk factors for hypertension, which is the same thing as high blood pressure? There are 5 main risk factors of developing hypertension. And the first and foremost is eating too much salt. Eating too much salt. When people eat too much salt, hypertension or raised blood pressure will be very close to the person. Too much salt in the food that we eat causes hypertension. Number 2, not eating enough fruit and vegetable. It is highly important that we eat enough fruit and vegetable to balance up our diet. Another risk factor is not being active enough, which is exercise. We need to be able to exercise a lot. We need to be active. We need to eat okay, eat healthy, and be exercise enough. Exercise, exercise, exercise. To exercise is the main key. Another factor is overweight. When people are overweight, there's a tendency of developing high blood pressure. Also, drinking too much alcohol can cause people to have hypertension. So it is always wise to just keep to the limit. If we have to drink alcohol, it's always wise to just stay at the limit, to keep to the limit. There are some factors that increases the risk of developing this disease, and this cannot be controlled. The first one that I spoke about, which is the lifestyle and stuff, we can control that. Overweight, exercise, all those ones we can control. But there are some that we cannot control. And these ones are age. As we get older, the effect of an unhealthy lifestyle can build up our blood pressure. Ethnic origin. Again, our ethnic origin is always linked to most of the disease, like I mentioned in the first video about diabetes. People from African, Caribbean, South Asian community are at greater risk than other people. Again, family history. You are at greater risk of developing hypertension or high blood pressure if other members of the family has this disease. Basically, if one's dad or mom, parents, auntie, sister, or children has hypertension or raised blood pressure, there's the likelihood of the person having it as well. So then, how do we lower hypertension then? Well, the good news is that people that has hypertension can bring it down. We can bring it down. And this can be achieved by healthy changes. Remember, you don't have to wait until you have hypertension to make healthy lifestyle changes. We need to have healthy lifestyle changes every day. We need to eat healthy, exercise enough, sleep well, all those things. And then when we lower our blood pressure, this will reduce the risk of heart attack and stroke. Because raised blood pressure or hypertension is linked with heart attack or stroke. When the blood pressure is too high, it can lead to heart attack, or it can even lead to stroke. All right. So in order for us to not have a hypertension or stroke or heart attack, what can we do? What is it? What can we do? What prevention? What can we do from our own side to help ourselves not to have raised blood pressure or hypertension? Yes, there are some things we can do, and I will tell us in this video now. So my advice is as follows. We need to make sure that we eat less salt. I've seen some people in the past, when they place food on the table, they even go and put raw salt, saying that it's not, there's no salt in this food. So they go and put raw salt. It's not good. It's not it's not an healthy lifestyle at all. So we need to eat less, reduce the amount of salt intake. That is the first thing. The second one is for us to eat more of fruit and vegetable. That is extremely crucial. We eat a lot of fruit and vegetable. The third advice is to keep the recommended daily alcohol intake. If we need to take alcohol at all, we make sure we keep to the recommended daily alcohol limit. Excessive alcohol intake can lead to raised blood pressure, and that will be so bad and detrimental to our health. The fourth advice is to keep active, also known as exercise. We need to keep active at all times. The fifth advice is to be of healthy weight. We need to check our BMI regularly, body mass index, so as to make sure that we're not obese, that we are within healthy weight range. That is very important. If we're a little bit on the high, maybe a bit overweight, we should do a lot of exercise. We should bring in some exercise plan, and make sure that we reduce our weight to normal, healthy one. And if we already have hypertension, we must make sure that we take our medication. That is crucial. And sometimes people that have hypertension do have diabetes, like I said in my other video, because both of them are always together. They are like twins. So if that is the case, the person should make sure that they use their diabetes medication properly, and they use their high blood pressure medication properly. And this has now taken us to the end of this video. And I thank you so much for watching. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everything. And God bless you. It's Auntie Doc, Auntie Abby Doc, speaking, giving us advice, empowering us, entertaining us, and explaining different type of diseases, their cure, and what we can do to prevent it to us. Thank you. Love you so much. Until I come back your way again with another type of disease that we're going to discuss, I say thank you so much. I love you. God bless. Thank you. Bye.